difficult for me to ensure that the things here would be safe if it wasn't the same thing. You understand that if it wasn't safe...
So you cast Detect Magic? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. That's fine.
What was I asking?
You asked about the church, but you also asked about a religious
Oh yes. The religious element
yeah.
of the so I would like to take a look over any of the I guess you would call them technical scripts, the spiritual theory behind whatever's going on in the wellspring. I would love to take a look at any of those documents I have. I am a student of theology, as you may be able to gather.
Well, I certainly would imagine with your title.
Yes.
But yeah, certainly. How long do you have? And she starts kind of looking around these just walls of books.
I suppose I have however long it will take you to look over our plan here. And if you are not averse to loaning a book or two out, I have taken a solemn oath for honesty and will return.
Well, that's very compelling. Interesting. Well, I'm not sure at the complexity of this, but it shouldn't take me more than 3 or 4 weeks to take a look at and understand.
I see.
So I will have someone start gathering some books for you, and I'll start working on this.
Well, if that's the case, if it's going to take you 3 or 4 weeks, and if it's all the same to you, of course, Miss Octavia, I am, well, I have some training as a scribe in my youth. Uh, is there any way that I could make a copy or have a copy made of these scrolls and send them to you for analysis in case some calamity were to befall us? I would hate for the only copy of the sealing ritual to fall out of our hand, charged as we are with, what was it? Saving the world.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check, Sir Roland.
Can I give him the help action?
Certainly.
There we go. That's a 19.
If you want to, you can go ahead and roll with advantage as well.
Oh. That is a 19.
Ooh. You're welcome.
And that's it. You better be happy with that roll because you ain't getting no more tonight.
We're trending up, baby. We're making it happen.
You see Laya, go ahead and give me an Arcana check if you would.
10.
You see her kind of start casting a spell, and she very quickly just kind of casts and is done, and she casts it what it looks like towards the scroll, and she waits for a second, and she's kind of pondering and thinking, and she's like murmuring to herself a little bit, but nothing discernible. Yes. So that should be.
I'm sorry. What was that spell you just cast?
What?
Roland, when he hears that, he kind of leans over the desk. She's sitting down, right?
Yeah.
He's standing over her, and he leans over the desk, and he puts his one hand on the pommel of his sword, and the other hand he kind of lays, like, not like striking her, but like kind of lays his armored hand pretty heavily on her shoulder, and he says, "Yes, what was that spell you just cast?"
Oh, do you see she kind of gets she gets very flustered and like her face turns red and she kind of like she's very anxious and starts kind of like breathing heavily and she's I apologize. I didn't mean to cause any of an issue. I just wanted to make sure that I understood what this was and if there was any magical nature to it in itself, so that if you made a copy that I could make sure that it's the same thing, because if you make a copy, you can obviously change things, and then that would be it'd be very difficult for me to ensure that the things here would be safe if it wasn't the same thing. You understand that if it wasn't safe.
So you cast detect magic? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine.
Roland leans back and kind of pats her shoulder.
Okay.
No problem. As you can imagine, we are a little protective of our charge.
No. So that makes sense. I assure you that I would never harm a book or a scroll or a spell or anything of the nature. It would be terrible. I would hate it. Yes. Hello. What?
Hi.
Hi. Hello.
Folks
Emmerin.
is just heading something off at the pass, as it were. So, folks, what you want to do?
I have a religious obligation I must attend to.
If we were to make a copy for you, would we be able to get your word that it would be only for you and Gilla, and no one else would have access to it, including the Church of the Eternal Reign?
I could do my best, but if the High Magus decided to share that, there's nothing that I could do about it. He can make those decisions as he will, and it's not for me to decide anything else when it comes to that.
Well, that sounds like a discussion we should have when I make it. In the meantime, I shall go forward with making a copy, and we can come back and provide those stipulations at a later time.
Certainly, that sounds lovely. And I apologize for the inconvenience.
Oh, I apologize. I know I can come off as a little gruff sometimes, but I promise, just a big teddy bear.
Just out of curiosity, you don't carry that teddy bear with you all the time, do you, Emmerin?
Oh yeah, that thing hangs on his belt, man.
Oh, okay. And she kind of like, you say teddy bear, and she like, her eyes kind of just slowly turn over to like Emmerin's belt line where the teddy bear is hanging, and she goes, "Yes."
He slips it. He slips it under his hand, kind of underneath it, and then like makes it pop forward off his belt, and he goes.
She goes, "Yes, teddy bear. Teddy bear. Yes."
Takes all kinds now.
You know what? You know what's coincidence? His name's Rolly too.
I hate
Could I also see if there are any books or texts detailing like the spell that they put on the wellspring and like what concessions were made for the church?
Are you asking Octavia, or are you just going to kind of
I'll ask. I'll ask.
um, uh, uh, un- unfortunately, we do not keep those things here. Those are held in the High Magus's office. He likes to keep certain things more safe and guarded, I suppose, than other things.
Very well, thank you.
Certainly. Anything else anybody wanted to check on?
One last thing, Octavia. Do you like
Sorry, like what?
flowers? You know, that grow out of the ground, colorful.
Um, yes, certainly.
Lovely. And Roland's going to turn around and start to leave, and then realize he has no idea how to get the fuck out of it.
It's when you realize you're standing on the teleporter, you turn around to ask a question. And just...
Orlo, anything else?
As Orlo's walking out, he's just like, yeah, Octavia, is there anybody around here that could teach me how to make any new potions?
Oh, potions. Certainly. What do you know how to make? I wouldn't know who to tell you to go to if you wanted to learn something new, if I didn't know what you knew already.
Just your standard sleeping potions, healing potions, things like that right now. I'd like to get a little bit more experimental with things, so.
Branching into the hard stuff.
Bigger sleeping potions.
They can make stone potions too?
There could if he's not always around. He sometimes goes off on grand adventures trying to find different herbs and things to experiment with, but Master Finnegan is quite talented with the alchemical arts.
And where can I find him? If he would be in the city?
He has a laboratory somewhere on one of the lower floors.
So if I step on that teleporter out there, what do I need to do to get to him?
Just think about him, or potions, or alchemy, or probably herbs, grinding herbs, distilling herbs, and she just goes, like, she'll just keep going on until you ultimately decide to walk away.
Okay. So
You know what's bad when the DM tells you, and you walk away.
I was just gonna let Octavia go off, man. So yeah, Orlo just leaves and starts heading towards the teleporter.
So you guys all kind of make your way back into the first room that you entered. Is there anything you guys want to say to yourselves before you kind of go about or figure out where you're heading to?
You're not honestly considering giving them a copy of the ritual.
If that's the only way forward, I don't see any way around.
They're gonna give it directly to the Church of the Eternal Reign, and who knows what the fuck they can do with it once they have it in hand.
Sure, but we can't get in there without Gilla, and he won't let us do it without this approval.
And who's to say they won't undo it once we give it to them?
It's true.
Oh yeah, go ahead, do your purification ritual, and they go down and they tear it all apart because they know exactly how it works.
Well, perhaps
be
we can
raised.
convince Gilla that the church isn't acting in their best interest.
Oh, we can give it a shot, but seems to me like he's in too deep. It's been at it for years.
No, I think you have a point. Perhaps this is something that we can go over with Gilla, get some sort of assurance that he would not share this information with the church. If we can somehow convince them that this is the best thing for him, maybe play the angle that getting the wellspring restored will get him out from underneath the church's thumb.
Wait a fucking minute.
Uh-oh.
No, this is BK, not
Oh.
Emmerin. The last time we
Uh-oh.
went when we were in Elmenhof, these people seemed perfectly cool and great about it. What changed it? It was you casting
Oh,
protection
yeah.
from evil and good.
Yeah.
So if there's some sort of something else going on here, maybe they'd be a little more pliable. Just a suggestion.
But this is the type of dude where if you start casting spells on him, it's supremely bad news.
Mm-hmm. I don't disagree. Just a thought that came to my head.
We're going to have to get a little weird with this one. And that's okay. Right, Orlo? We like getting a little weird.
Don't tempt me, Roland.
Oh, I'm tempting you.
We'll see what new potions I can come up with first.
All right. Well, yeah, maybe your potion guy can give us something. We could maybe slip the high mega, make him a little wild. Ooh, that's deviant.
Not saying I'm not on board for that.
Anyway, I've got to go be a good little boy and do my chores for the church. Where shall I meet you this evening?
Well, we don't know of anywhere else. Do we know if there are any like taverns or anything nearby?
Oh, sure. There's giant spires of alabaster.
I know how to do
I would
this.
hope
And
there's a
Orlo
bar in town.
Yes.
Orlo walks out the front door and just like grabs the first person that's walking by.
That's my boy.
Oh, I thought you were hitting one of the teleporters. Like, no, I got this. Teleporter gone.
Oh, that's too smart.
He's just away.
I was just told how to get to the potion guy, but those brain cells aren't rubbing together. So I just grabbed the first person. I'm just like, hey, where's a good place to get a drink around here?
There's an inn that's almost directly across the street.
I love that he didn't say I go outside and look around. He just is like like Robin Williams. What year is it?
I mean, to be fair, if I'm in a building and I don't know where I am, I'm going to stop someone and ask them, hey, where can I get a drink? And if they point out that door, I'm going to go, I had no idea that was there.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Yeah, is there any like signage or anything that makes it clear that it's an inn? Because we're in like a magical tower.
Yeah. Well, so where you guys are right now, you could look out the window, but you can't see it from where you're currently standing.
So I'm like, just like clap him on the back, like, all right, thanks, and just like start heading that way, and wait for everybody to kind of follow, so we can kind of regroup and then just go our separate ways if need be.
Do we know to follow you? Because all you did was say I got this and marched away.
Oh, I'm just going and then just like standing out front, like waiting.
Roland's gonna give it a couple seconds and then go and make sure that Orlo's not fighting somebody or naked in a fountain someplace.
Could be either.
He's found an inn.
So you guys make your way back down into the lobby. You head out the front where you came in. The carriage is still sitting there. And you can see very clearly directly across the street there's a quite large inn that is positioned there.
And Orlo's just standing out front like this.
How did we miss that?
Because you weren't looking for it.
We were arguing about that whole stupid professor thing.
I wouldn't say Elias stupid.
That's not what
I don't think that's what he was implying.
So, you guys are standing outside of the inn. Sir Roland, you are headed to the church.
The Church of Edon,
Yes.
Archon of Magic.
What's the name of the inn?
It's called the Spellbound Inn.
Cool. And is the church connected to it? Is this like a KFC and Taco Bell kind of situation?
No, it's you can actually see it from where you are, but it is a little bit further down the road. Is there anything else you guys want to do at the moment? Of your individually, or do you all want to go with Roland? Do you guys want to just go into the inn and wait for Roland? What's the plan?
Is
know-
is the idea behind those teleportation pads that wherever I'm thinking I want to go is where I go?
Mostly, yes.
Mostly.
With
I think
some
I want to.
stipulations.
I want to try to go to High Magus Giller's office,
Okay. Or
and I'm gonna tell the group that I intend to do that as well.
All right. Well, every time Rolly goes off to the church, a young boy loses his thumb. So I think
That
I'll come
only
along.
happened once.
100% of the time it's happened. All right.
No,
I'm coming along.
no, that's incorrect. That's factually incorrect.
It didn't happen when we were in Brayden.
Thank you, Lia. It didn't happen in Braden.
So
No,
about
look.
that.
I'm just going to mix up some potions. I'm not going to any blacksmith this time. There's not going to be any sharp objects involved. What's the worst that could happen?
Well, now you've done it.
Oh, well, I guess we'll find out. But no, I think you should have fun, Orlo.
I always do.
He always does.
That's no argument there. Lia, all right, Rolly, if you think you'll be okay and there'll be no more incidents, I'll tag along with Lia. Just make sure that High Magus doesn't, I don't know, eat her or something.
You don't
Well, if
want
you'll-
to go shopping, see if they have any magical pillows?
Look, I like pillows. Okay, yeah, I get it. Oh, Emmerin's all scarred up and shit, and he likes some pretty things. What's so fucking wrong with? Let's just go.
There's nothing
I love
wrong with
pillows. I'm just
liking
happy to share
pillows.
this with you.
Oh, it's fun. It's nice that we finally have something to bond over. I'm just saying. We can go to the
Well-
store later. We can go to the market later.
If you're both killed, I shall light a candle for you.
Much appreciated.
Come on, Max. Roland hops onto Max and off they
Oh, I
try.
forgot about Steve. Where's Steve?
they're still right there.
Just massacring the village like he's in the middle of a back alley,
Oh, there he is.
eating a guy.
You turn around and Steve hands his cigarette to Max and just goes back down on all fours.
Max is now smoking 2 cigarettes.
Well, yeah, because he lit it. He's not going to put it out.
Actually, before we go, can I haven't used my my pendant yet.
Wait. I have a suggestion. Guys, you remember those bag clips that we got very early on a while ago to connect all our bags in some sort of dimensional space?
Oh yeah,
I
I
think it would be
remember.
a good idea if we went ahead and actually did that.
Let's do it. Good,
Yeah,
good
that's-
idea.
Yeah.
That sounds like something we maybe should have done. I don't know. It feels like months ago, although in this timeline, it's only been a few weeks.
It's it's one of those things that you keep saying you're gonna do. You ever get around to it, it just slips your mind. It goes out the back, So I think we just do it now. This is us formally declaring that we put the fucking clips on the goddamn
Wait.
books.
Done.
I'm proud of you.
without any word or anything, like Orlo just kind of like trots over with his book bag and like turns around and like holds it out like he's like wants someone to pin it to his.
Well, you're
Ooh,
carrying
wow.
the bag, aren't you? Like the
Yeah.
actual bag.
The actual bag of holding, he has it. Yeah.
Was I?
I'm pretty sure, yes.
That was silly. Why did we do that?
This might be one of those cases where Flo had it.
Well, no,
And
it's definitely you because you're the one that has
All of
pulled the
cool
random shit out that nobody knows about out of the bag.
That is 100% true. The fucking rod of immovability and the goddamn hat of disguise.
But yes, so you all take you take a clip and you attach it to your bag, and you all now have access to the bag of holding.
Oh, mine looks like a little horse.
Yeah, it's like
This-
it's the Monopoly pieces. It's fine.
Mine's an owlbear.
Why is mine a top hat?
And Orlo's just like, "What's mine?" and like turning in circles.
It says sweet.
Juicy.
So
Oh, an ancient power word used by mages for time immemorial. Juicy.
Oh my
you
god, if
made it
Emmerin ever
here.
gets magic, that's the activation word. Juicy.
Laya, you are going to do what now?
Oh yeah, I haven't used my new pendant yet, so I have a pendant of communing beasts. So I can once a day cast speak with animals.
With animals. Oh,
So I want to talk to Steve.
you have to come up with a voice for Steve.
Okay.
And actually, that was it. That's his voice.
That's his voice.